how to set up your task list. But not only how to set up the task list, how to utilize your task list to your advantage. Welcome, I'm Tracy Hensel, a certified professional coach and owner of Hensel Coaching and Consulting. I help people just like you create systems to optimize your life and therefore eliminate the stress and overwhelm that most people struggle with on a daily basis. You can learn more about me on my personal brand website as well as my coaching and consulting website. Oh, the task list, even that stresses people out. And that's a big problem if you are stressed out by your task list. Your task list is there to tell you what needs to be done so you don't have to think about it in your head. So your task list can be your best friend. It is one of my best friends because it takes the thinking out of it. I don't need to rent real estate upstairs. I don't have to rely on memory because I am using a component, I am using a tool to take care of the memory for me. Now, whatever you choose to use as your task list is up to you. There's no right or wrong tool. It really boils down to what is going to serve you. When I am working with my clients to implement systems, one of the very first things I will ask them is, are you on a computer for many hours throughout the day? If you are, we may want to set up your task list and calendar on your computer. If you're not on your computer very often, then your phone may be the best device to set those systems up in. If you don't use your phone a lot or your computer a lot, let's say you're in a stage in your life where you've kind of stepped back from that, then a physical planner or physical task list may be all that you need. So I'm not here today to promote any platform or any specific app or anything like that, or even any specific planner, although I do have some favorites. I'm here just to tell you the tools to implement to set up your task list, what should go on the task list, and what is not necessary to put on your task list. I use the Google platform and I'm on my computer all the time, so that is the best place for me to implement my task list. Now I can access my Google calendars and task lists and even Google Keep, which is another platform that I use. I can access all of these on my phone, but rarely do I ever pull my calendar up on my phone because my laptop goes with me everywhere. One of the biggest roadblocks that I see with my clients is they have lists everywhere. They have all sorts of lists and they're stressed and overwhelmed, and it makes sense that you would be. Again, your task list should make you excited. If you love coffee, when you get out of bed in the morning, you cannot wait for that cup of coffee. It brings comfort, it brings joy. You just cannot wait to get to that cup of coffee. Well, your task list should be the same way. I kid you not, every day when I jump out of bed, I cannot wait to grab my cup of coffee, to open up my laptop, and to look at my task list. The reason for that is whether you want to believe it or not, you have responsibilities and things that need to get done on a day-to-day basis. You also need to be reminded of things. So believe it or not, your task list is not only chores, responsibility, tasks. It's a reminder to you. It's reminding you that something needs to be done or something that you won't remember. If you have catabolic or negative energy towards your task or to-do list, then you don't have your task list set up properly and you're not leveraging it, because it is a tool to make your life easier for you to not have to be stressed and overwhelmed. Your task list is to prevent that. But if that is not happening, that's because you haven't set up your task list properly or you're not following it, and that is what I would like to help you with today. Now again, I use Google, but it doesn't matter what you use. It's all about the principles. It's all about utilizing it to your advantage. One of the reasons that I like using a digital calendar and digital task list is I can set tasks to go off every single day, every other day, once a week, once a month, and it eliminates time from writing it. Most of my tasks and responsibilities or reminders to myself are ongoing. And a lot of that is because I run a business. I run 2 businesses. For anyone who runs a business, they know that there's day-to-day administrative responsibilities. While most of these responsibilities I would remember to do because I am doing them daily, I want them on my task list because they hold me accountable. The most important thing to remember is anything you won't remember to do will go on your task list. Anything you will remember to do because it's on autopilot, you just do it naturally, it's a habit, there's no reason to put it on your task list because it will make your task list get longer, which could stress you out. And it's another thing you would have to write or type. So eliminate that. Eliminate from having to do that. Make your bed. Now, maybe you don't make your bed every day and you would like to get into the habit. Well, then you would task it, right? You would task that until you started doing it on autopilot, on repeat. I don't have to put make bed on my task list because I make my bed every day. It's on autopilot. Now, I wash my hair every 5, 6, or even sometimes 7 days. I am not going to remember how many days ago I washed my hair. So when I wash my hair, I go into my task list, I count 5 days, and I put it in there. So that's not even really a task. It's just information that I won't remember. So the task list is also to remind you of things that you won't remember. If one of your children needs to bring money to school for something and it's not until next week, how are you going to remember that? You'll have to task it. And you don't want to task it the day that it's due because the child will already be off to school. You want to task it the day before so that you can make sure the money goes in their backpack and they take it to school with them. If you go to your dermatologist and he prescribes a retinoid to you and he tells you, I'd like you to start using this every 3 days for the first 2 to 3 weeks. Then you're going to go down to every 2 days. And then in about 4 to 6 weeks, you can use it nightly. Are you going to remember that? I don't know. Most people are expecting they're going to remember it up here, but I don't expect that. Therefore, I eliminate the stress and overwhelm of forgetting. If I come home from the doctor and I have to do something every 3 days, I'm going to put it in my digital task list and I'm going to set it to go off every 3 days. Now, when I say set it, I don't have anything buzzing. I don't use any notifications because I find that a distraction. My task list is always in front of me. It is the blueprint for my life, the blueprint for my day. It is my best friend. It keeps my life stress-free because I've set it up in a way that it will. And you can do the same. So let's take a look at how I do my task list. Your wheels are going to spin. You're going to take what I share. You're going to apply it to your life however it applies because you have to remember, I'm a business owner. I'm a mother of 5. Although I only still have 1 child in the home, the other 4 are out, there are still responsibilities that come with being a mother of 5. I most likely have more on my plate than the average person. But take what I share with you today, see how it applies to your life, get those wheels spinning, decide what type of task list is going to serve you, whether it's digital, on your computer, on your phone, or physical. And if you need help afterwards, I have a couple of options for you. The first one is I have a workshop. It's an hour and a half long. You can purchase that workshop. I will have a link in the description box below. I also offer a 3-session package on Zoom where I help you set up and create your systems. And we cover everything from grocery lists to meal plan to your calendars to your task lists to how to make your Post-it notes in your list. If you're tallying up a list, maybe you have a Sephora list, where does that go? I'll help you with all of this so sticky tabs aren't running your life and ruining your life. My coaching packages will be linked in the description box. You can just go to the website. All right. Let's take a look at my task list. Because I filmed this video last week, I want to take you through the raw and real. So today is Thursday, October 7th. It's 2:40. So a lot of tasks and reminders have already been deleted from my task list. That's okay. Let's look at where I'm at 2:40 in the afternoon. And again, this is Google. Basically, this is Google Calendar, but it's the tasks feature. And let me just share with you, a lot of people will ask me, how do you get all of your tasks up at the top? Well, you don't want to set your tasks to a time because they're not an appointment. They're not an appointment or a meeting like your calendar would be. These are tasks, chores, responsibilities, obligations, information, anything you won't remember. Let me show you how you set a task so that it comes up at the top. So let's just say that I have to type in here, text Sue back. Okay? I'm going to go to task because this is not an event. Okay? It's a task. And then I want to set it to all day. There's no time to it. And then I save it. Okay, now you can see it's here. Now let's say this was a task that needed to be done every day. Then I go over to this little checkbox over to the right side. I would click that. You'll see text Sue back is on here. I would hit this today. I would hit repeat, and I would leave it at 1 day. If I hit OK, it's going to go off daily. Let's say I wanted it to go off weekly. I would hit week. I could hit month. You can even choose which day. So if I do day, it's going to be every single day. If I do week, it'll give me the option of what day of the week I would like that task to pop up. So I love all of these features. Now, we don't need to text Sue back, but let's just say Sue texted me yesterday and I haven't gotten back with her because maybe I have something to do to get ready to text her back. I have to get some information. This is how I would tell myself because I'm not going to remember. So not everything in your task list is a task. Some of it is just to make you remember things. But now you know how it's set up. And again, this is all I'm looking at. It's always my first tab on my toolbar. It's always task list, calendar, calendar again, and Google Keep. And then we go into the rest of my toolbar. If you want to know more about all of these, book a session with me. Take advantage of the 3-session package. I go through all of it with you. You can also take the workshop. So let's go through what I have on my task list because this will help you. Let's start here. Chloe, yearbook. That's just letting me know I need to order her yearbook. I got an email a couple days ago. I'm not going to get to that today, so I'm actually going to move it to tomorrow. Tomorrow, I will be riding in a car for about 2 hours of my day. So that's a perfect time for me to jump on my computer, jump on my hotspot, and order her yearbook. Clean toilets, I actually got that done, so we can cross that off. Yes, I do have to remind myself because I don't know which day I cleaned toilets last. So typically I'll put that in about once a week, but I have a system with knowing when to put that in my list. Focused in, that's actually done as well. That just means that someone, usually my husband, has to focus me into film. So see, that's not even a big job.
The Friday newsletter goes out tomorrow. I need to send it over to Haley. Well, over here is the Friday newsletter. I'm still working on it, so it's not ready to go yet, but this is not going to be negotiable. So it's also important to know that everything is important, but not everything is urgent. The Friday newsletter being sent over to Haley, my business manager, so she can get it out to all of you tomorrow is urgent. It has to be done today. Instagram stories, swipe up for the Tracy Hensel Friday newsletter. I haven't done that yet. That's just a matter of me jumping on Instagram stories and letting you guys know. This is set to go off weekly on Thursday because I want to tell you the day before it actually goes out, before that newsletter goes out. Same with the Friday newsletter being sent over to Haley. That's scheduled to go every 7 days. This is just information for me. Make chicken Waldorf salad tomorrow. See description for recipe. So in the description, I have a link to the recipe. I'm just reminding myself to make it tomorrow so that I can be prepared. I can mentally prepare. I can pace myself. And just so you know, in organizing tomorrow today, I've already set everything out to make that salad and everything is chopped and ready to go. Navy trousers. There's a link in here. There's a pair of navy trousers that I'm on the fence about purchasing. I'm not going to make that decision today. I'm actually going to move that to Sunday, because I'm not worried about it, and I don't think they'll sell out. Order Chloe's school pictures. I'm also not going to get this done today, so I'm going to move it to tomorrow, and this is very normal. Now that it's already 2:46, and I actually have a 6 o'clock coaching session, and then I have an hour drive to the airport to pick up my daughter. When I get home, I'm already going to bed probably at 10 o'clock tonight. If you follow me well, you know that's a problem. It's a good problem because I'm picking my daughter up, but I know that my time is very limited, so I have to move things. This happens all the time. It causes me no stress and overwhelm because all that matters is the urgents get done, okay? And we'll talk more about that. Pick up cake from Lisa today. We have a cake. We're celebrating something tomorrow, so the cake needs to be picked up, and my husband, who is at the grocery store right now helping out by getting groceries, he is actually picking up the cake, so bless his heart. I need to read an email to prepare for tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow we're going dress shopping for my third daughter, McKenna, and I need to go through and just read what the guidelines are before we go to the bridal boutiques. So I have this as information for me because I won't remember it, right? I'm not going to remember it. So this needs to be done as well. It's an urgent. I need to read that, or I'd have to read it in the morning, but I prefer to read it today. Nothing worse than showing up and you're not prepared because you forgot. You don't have to worry about forgetting when you have a task list. Outerwear ready for tomorrow, handbag ready for tomorrow. I'm going to be gone all day, so I want to make sure that everything that needs to go in my handbag tomorrow is ready to go. I still need to tie up a few loose ends with that, so I'm going to leave it. So basically, everything you see here is going to get done today. And I have until, again, we're getting close to 3 o'clock. I have 3 hours before my coaching session. In those 3 hours, I need to finish up the Friday newsletter and also do my editing notes for what I'm filming here, this is going to eat up all those 3 hours. I may not get my editing notes done. That may get bumped because the Friday newsletter is more urgent. And I'm sharing that so you can understand that there's an order of priority sometimes to your tasks. So let's move on to Friday and just rattle through this really quick because none of these have been done. So this is going to be great information, but I want to go through it pretty fast. I have a $5 off code for leather gloves. I may get online and do that tomorrow. Right here you see Chase, PayPal, Square, Fidelity, Paul's Chase. Well, these are all of the different accounts that I want to check. And I check them every single day because I like to know what's going on with all of our money and all of our investments. Check my filming, publishing, and upload calendar. I like to peek at that every day just to stay on top of it. And again, if you do a 3-session package with me, I'll explain the calendars a little bit more because that's a calendar right there. That filming and publishing, you'll see over here, I have a filming calendar and I have a published video calendar. Check weather. Just information. I want to check my weather app every day. I like to know what the weather is. Chloe's chore list. That's something that gets done every day, even if I have to text it to her. But you guys are all familiar with the chore list document. Again, I moved Chloe's yearbook. Comments means that I'm going to check my YouTube and see what comments came in yesterday. I do that once a day, and typically it's between 4 and 5:30 a.m. when I'm on my ARC trainer doing my workout. The Hensel Coaching and Consulting newsletter goes out next Tuesday. I have that newsletter. I already know what I'm going to do the newsletter on, so I put that in here. I don't want to forget that I have that, so that is why it's in there. This is just information for me that the homecoming parade is tomorrow at 5:30. Now again, don't forget when you're watching this, this was from last week. So that's just a reminder to me because Pips will be going. Investment tracking. Right up here is my Fidelity account. And all of these right here are my cryptocurrency accounts. I like to track my investments every single day. We are very much into investing. It's very important. I have a client whose payment is getting ready to go through. That's just information for me because if her payment doesn't go through, then we have to chase payment. And that's what I call it, chase payment. Sometimes it happens. Latisse. I am using Latisse for my lashes. I ran out of it for about a month. And what I recognized is because I was without it for a month, I got out of the habit of doing it. Kind of when I used the dermatologist as an example, I got out of the habit of doing it and then I keep forgetting. Well, what's the opportunity here, Tracy? The opportunity is put it in your task list until you're doing it on autopilot. I'm not there yet, so it's still in my task list. Look over tomorrow's task list. This is set to go off every single day because it helps me to pace myself. It helps me to know what's coming tomorrow. Very important. And you'll see a lot of things are set to repeat. A lot of the things you see on my task list are set to repeat. Let's see, meal plan for next week. Sometimes I already have that done. I actually have a meal plan calendar. I could look at it if I pulled it up right here. I'm not going to do that because that will strike too many questions. I'll answer those questions when you work with me. But if I don't have it done yet, I want to get that done. So it's just a reminder to me. Now let's just say I can't get to it. Then I would just move it to whenever I can. Maybe I can't get to it until Sunday, so I would move it to Sunday. Oh, we didn't mean to move it to Thursday. Let's put it back on Friday. There we go. All right, what else do we have? Order Chloe's school pictures. Okay, that's on there again. I ordered some jeans last Wednesday, and actually I did get an email today that they're coming. They're coming tomorrow. So this is great that it's on here. Paul's task list, you already know what that is. Print Paul's chore list for the weekend. I like to give him an itemized breakdown of what we're doing over the weekend. QuickBooks. Right up here is my QuickBooks. I reconcile every single day because I run 2 businesses. I have several streams of income. That's how I stay on top of it. Reach out to cleaning lady. My cleaning lady is actually retiring. And Tuesday, well, when this video goes out, it would have been yesterday. That was her last day cleaning. I have 2 references or 2 referrals that have been made. I just need to reach out to the new cleaning ladies. I need to reach out to my physical therapist about my appointment. Record mileage. Every day I kind of bring awareness around, did I drive anywhere that I can record mileage because it's a deductible? So that's just something to remind myself to stay on top of it. I need to send one of my clients an email with the Zoom link for the next day's session. So, and it's saved in my drafts, which means there's an email draft. I also have set alarm for tomorrow. Now, I probably wouldn't have to put this on here. It's kind of on autopilot, but just in case, we don't want that alarm to not go off at 4 a.m. because that wouldn't be good. So it's a reminder, and believe me, my alarm is already set for tomorrow. Otherwise, you would have saw it on today's task list. Set out cake utensils, just information for me because I won't remember. Oh, I ordered some thongs. There you go. I ordered some thong panties on Monday. I'll put a link to those in the description box below. Watch for that. I love it. So I'm just letting myself know, hey, they're going to be coming. Start next Friday's newsletter. So on Friday, the newsletter goes out, but I want to start the next one because there may be something that I want to copy and paste from this week's to go into next week's. I have some clothes that came back from the dry cleaners that my husband hung in the coat closet. I need to get to those. I'm not going to get to them tomorrow. We're going to move that to next Monday. Yay! I love moving things. See how much I love my task list? I really do. I just love my task list. Okay, what else? Start next Friday's newsletter. Okay, text Kelly with driving plans for next week. Kelly has a daughter on the same swim team as my Pips, and we carpool together. And typically, I'm the one that texts every Friday with what days we can drive for the following week. So I won't remember that, folks, just like you won't remember because I have too much on my plate, just like you do. So you put it in the task list. Okay, this is gone. That was just for an example. Trash Friday's newsletter and start a new one. I actually can get rid of that. I don't need that. Why is that set? Okay, so that's set. Okay, but we can delete that one for today. I'm watching for a couple of refunds. So this is a good example. When I send something back that I ordered because it doesn't serve me, I don't want it, when I package it up and send it back, I record that. But I record it several days out. So for example, on the calendar here, it says Friday the 8th. If I sent a package back today, depending on who it's to, I may go in, if I hit M for month, I may go and put it on the 19th, okay? So that gives me just under 2 weeks, and I would type in here that I sent whatever back to wherever for this amount, because that helps me to know that I should be watching for that refund. So if we go back to today, or the 8th, tomorrow, I need to watch for this refund. Well, in the morning when I'm on my ARC trainer doing my administrative work, if it's a workout day, I will, because I have up here Chase, I'm going to be checking my Chase account. If I see that this went through for $94.34, I delete this, and then I go over here to my email and I find my folder that I keep my shipments en route or purchases that I made folder, and I will delete anything that has to do with that order because it's all done. It shipped, it didn't work, I shipped it back, and I've been paid. Let's get rid of all of it. Let's make my life easier. So you can see that I think I've moved this a couple times. I think this was actually in yesterday's. I keep moving it. So if this refund doesn't go in, doesn't show up on my Chase on Friday the 8th, I will just go here and I just keep moving it. I'd probably maybe move it to Monday because Chase doesn't update over the weekend. So I would move it to Monday. That is how I do that. And yesterday's Instagram stories moved to a highlight bubble because, folks, I won't remember to save my stories to a highlight unless I put it somewhere. And that is set to go off every single day. See how it's set to daily? A lot of things are. So you can see I have tasks. I have just information. I have reminders, okay, like Lattice, just reminding me to use Lattice. This will get your wheels spinning and you're going to figure out what you need. So again, is make bed on here? No. Is brush teeth on here? No. But I washed my hair today. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here, I want to put in, 5-day dirty hair. That's a reminder for me. It's a task. We're going to set it to all day. That's a reminder for me that it's 5-day dirty hair. I may wash it that day. I may not. The nice thing is, on Monday the 11th, I'm going to be looking at that, and I'm going to, because I look at the next day's list, and I'm going to see 5-day dirty hair. Then I'm going to determine if this is a good day for me. If not, we're just going to move it. That's all we're going to do. And that is how it's done.
Well, there you have it. Time to optimize the systems in your life by implementing a task list. I am sure you picked up a lot of great things today that you can implement. Don't forget, if you need more assistance, it's going to be in a coaching session. I have that 3-session package. I'm already booking into next year. What a perfect time to get on the ball as we are going into a new year. This can be a great new year goal. I love it. If you don't want to tap into coaching, do the workshop first, because I walk you through how to plan next week, this week, and how to organize tomorrow, today. 2 things that I do all the time. That's how I live my life. That's the blueprint for my life. It keeps me stress-free, and I love it, because outside things are going to creep in to stress us out. But what I have control of, what I'm managing, because it's optimized, it makes my life easier. I don't have to remember anything. I love it. I love it, right? If one of the kids texts you and says, "Hey, Mom, I need this tomorrow," task it, because you're not going to remember, right? All right. If you get an invitation to a baby shower, when are you going shopping for that? When are you doing the RSVP? You task it. You task everything, including things that are nothing more than information for you, because you won't remember. Also, don't forget the 6 in 6 pre-holiday workouts live with Tracy start Saturday. Registration ends tomorrow, Thursday, okay, 11:59 p.m. Eastern. So get on it. You have just over 24 hours to get registered for that. 6 workouts live with me. It includes access to a private Facebook group. You also will get my clean eating menu so that you can plan ahead for what you're going to be eating over the next 6 weeks, because we are 6 weeks away from the holiday season beginning. So a clean eating meal plan to help you grocery shop and plan your meals. And then you will also receive an equipment list of what I will be using for my workouts. So check that out as well. It will be in the description box below. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon here on YouTube. Take care.